Okay, let's dive in. Today, we're breaking down the World Economic Forum's latest global risks report, and we're going to deliver a critical briefing specifically for UK business leaders. We've combed through this major global report with one goal in mind: to pull out the key insights that are really going to matter for the UK's business environment. The report kicks things off with a pretty powerful and, honestly, sobering image. It describes the world in 2026 as standing on a precipice, a world really defined by intense competition and just deep uncertainty. All right, so before we zoom in on the UK, let's get the lay of the land. What does the global stage look like right now? Well, the sentiment from over 1,300 global experts is stark. A full 50% expect a turbulent or stormy couple of years ahead. Only 9% are expecting stability. That tells you just how much pessimism is baked into the short-term outlook. So what's the number one thing driving all this turbulence? Well, the biggest risk they've identified for the next 2 years is something called geoeconomic confrontation. Now, this isn't just your standard trade tariffs. We're talking about something much bigger. It's using the economy itself as a weapon. Think sanctions, investment controls, even weaponizing supply chains to get a strategic leg up. Okay, so that's the big global picture. With all that in mind, what are UK business leaders most worried about right now? Let's take a look at the data. Here they are. According to the forum's own executive opinion survey, these are the top 4 risks keeping business leaders up at night right here in the UK. So now, let's connect the dots. How exactly do those huge global themes we just talked about translate into these very specific risks for UK businesses? Let's start with the big one, the number one concern: an economic downturn. And this is a direct result of that top global risk we just discussed. The report makes it crystal clear: when nations start using economics as a weapon, the entire global system feels the shockwaves. So what does this actually look like for your business day to day? It means everything from the cost of raw materials to shipping logistics becomes way less predictable and, you guessed it, more expensive. Those reliable trade routes, they can suddenly become strategic risks. On to the second risk. And this one really highlights how economic pressure on governments ends up affecting every single one of us. It's kind of a chain reaction, right? Global economic instability puts huge pressure on national budgets. As debt goes up, governments have to make tough choices. That can lead to underfunded services and infrastructure, things that impact everything from transport to developing new talent. All right, let's look at the third major risk, which is a threat that's just supercharged by technology. And we have to be really clear here. This isn't just some social media problem. This is a direct operational threat to businesses. Globally, it actually ranks as the second most severe risk over the next 2 years. For your business, this stuff can absolutely wreck your brand, spook investors, and make it incredibly difficult to make good decisions when you don't even know what information you can trust. It means managing reputational risk becomes a central challenge. And finally, that brings us to the fourth risk, which points to a critical resource crunch: people. This creates a fascinating parallel. On the world stage, you have nations fiercely competing for strategic resources, like critical minerals and technology. At the same time, right here at home, UK businesses find themselves in an intense competition for the most vital resource of all: skilled talent. And that shortage is a direct brake on growth. So, faced with this pretty daunting list of risks, what's the way forward? What does the report actually suggest we can do? The report really emphasizes a shift away from waiting for these huge, slow global agreements. The key, it suggests, is to be more agile. It's about forming what they call coalitions of the willing, getting public and private sectors to team up to tackle specific challenges and create wins for everybody involved. And this, right here, is the key question this whole report leaves us with. In a world that feels like it's fragmenting, is your business just reacting to the next crisis, or are you proactively planning for resilience? Because the future isn't about trying to avoid risk altogether. It's about building the capacity to withstand, adapt, and even thrive in the middle of it.